Alright, you guys, this is tag 205. He is a 8-year-old gelding. The lady that had him said that she does not have a good farrier and that he does probably need front shoes, or he needs somebody who has more time to be able to treat his feet. She said that with all the wet that there had been in Louisiana, that he had gotten a lot of thrush and he had gotten tender-footed. She purchased him a year ago. He's a finished trail horse. She said you could ride him anywhere. He's as bomb-proof and solid as any trail horse. She said she got him off the track, that he's an off-the-track quarter horse. He should be registered. He does not have a tattoo. We already checked. But he was running in the youth 1D. And she purchased him because that little girl needed an open horse, like a step-up horse for the open. This lady purchased him, and he's been running in the open 3D at some super shows. She's taken him to shows with 400, 500, 600 entries, and he's run in the top of the 3D. She's even gotten a couple times into the bottom of the 2D. She said that she thought that she had some interest in him, but with his feet, people were just reluctant, and she unfortunately really had to sell her horses. It was an immediate type deal. She sold him and one more. The other one is here. She does have the papers on the other one, who is also a finished barrel horse. And this horse right here will be fine. He is not crippled by anybody's standards. He just gets thrush in his feet, and he gets real sore-footed. And she said that every person that was interested would never even come look at him once she kind of discussed his feet. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't live in a wet climate, you'll have no problems. And if you live in a wet climate and you'll just take time to maintenance that, you'll have no problem. So let me help you. This is your opportunity to get a really high-end horse for a little bit. And Dara has loped this horse through the barrels at a pretty good little clip through, and he was fantastic. I mean, he really is a very turny horse. He's not going to dive and hit, but he has really good, solid turns. Like, I mean, this horse doesn't want to bow off. He's not trying to dive going in. This is kind of one of those horses that anybody in the world could take to the barrel race and go have fun. You can go run in the open 3D, probably 2D local 3D at big shows with no problems. I mean, this is a very high-end horse for a little bit of a price tag. Horses like this are selling for 5 figures every day. He's broke, isn't he? She said he just has a lot of, like, thin soles and thrush issue, and you can see that his feet want to chip up. I'll show them to you guys. You can see he's got some cracks and things, but really a beautiful horse. His Coggin says that he's 8 years old, so he's coming 9. Really a good age. I mouthed him, and I thought he was a little younger than that. Nope, he is not on the website yet. I'm fixing to take his photos, but I will say I personally have seen this horse lope through the barrels. He loped as solid of a set of barrels as any horse that on this property. He is not like charging to go, so I think he would be okay for a youth that just needs a step-up horse. Now, she said that when she bought this horse, some people had him and were doing the MBHAs, and their daughter had won the youth 1D, and I believe that. And she was they sold him to this lady who's a nurse, and he was running more like bottom of the 2D, top of the 3D at super shows, but she said she could get him in the top of the 2D, bottom of the 1D at the local MBHAs. And I'm telling you that this horse is as nice of a barrel horse. I was shocked when she loped him through the barrels. This horse stays up in the shoulder, and he gets right up to the barrel before he tries to turn. He doesn't dive. He has no cheat. He's not going to knock barrels down. Yep, and on the back side, when you tip this horse's nose, he's a big horse. He stays on his rear end, and he's got a real rappy style. And when he finishes the second barrel, he leaves it so hard. I'm telling y'all, this is a very impressive horse. I am not going to price him to get rid of. I'm going to price him so that if nobody buys him, we can haul him here local. I'll run him. I'll run him. I mean, I would take him to the barrel race, and I have horses that are worth $20,000, $30,000, and I would run this horse, and I would not be ashamed, and nobody would blink an eye. They would never know that he had come out of the kill pen. They would think it was just a horse that I had pulled out, a horse that I had that I just pulled up. I mean, he loped through the barrels as solid, super soft. I was very impressed that when she set at the first barrel, he stayed on his hip and came around. And the only reason that I didn't video it is because we were sitting up here, and I had zoomed in through the camera, and the barrels are way back there. and we could see everything, but I was shocked. I mean, I'm just very impressed. I think this is a fantastic horse. I do think he's going to need a little maintenance with his feet. We can start him on, we're going to put him in the barn today. We can start him on the TheraPlate every day. But anyway, I'm going to price him at $5. I think I know that's cheap, but I feel like for that price, if he sells, that's good profit. I can keep the doors open on the business. But I am going to tell you that this is genuinely as nice of a horse. I mean, it's been a long time since one has come in. And we've seen some that were started on the barrels, but they just needed a little bit of tuning up. Or this horse doesn't. He just needs a set of shoes, and you take him to the barrel race.
If somebody don't buy him for that, I'll go sell a kidney.
Yeah. No, he really, I mean, his style is fantastic. He's super, super, super fluid through the turns. He doesn't step off. He doesn't cheat going in. This is going to be a very easy horse.
100% honest. He's going to do exactly.
He was honest. Yep, he was super honest. And I'm telling you, I was just shocked at how easy. Like, I mean, just drop your hand and go. Just drop your hand and go. Drop your hand and go. There's no, you don't have to do all that, like, lift and check and grab. I mean, it's just stay in the middle and stay out of the way and go, because he is going to work. And he's a good sized horse, so I like him. So we'll work on his feet. Yeah, he's probably 15 too. But they said he's an off the track quarter horse. He's probably 15 too. They said he's an off the track quarter horse. He's not tattooed though. But the lady that sold him had another finished barrel horse. That's him tied to the trailer up there. And this horse right here, she called him Doc. And the horse up there, she called Fuel. And Fuel has registration papers. He's a Fuel Charger out of a Streakin' La Jolla mare. Oklahoma Fuel over Streakin' La Jolla. And Dara's going to ride him next and go try him through the barrels. The lady was a traveling nurse. And what she told us is she bought this horse off those people because they had bought they basically went and bought their daughter like a $30,000 barn burner to win the Open 1D on. She had gotten that advanced, which is fantastic. And that lady needed something that she could pull up on Saturday or Sunday and go to the MBHA barrel race that was never going to buck, that would walk down the alley and just take care of her. And she said, honestly, if she could ever have got him fit and really spent time, she thinks she could have made it to the Open 1D on this horse. I don't disagree with that from watching him. Like, normally I would tell you that's like a big fucking claim, you know, but that's a fair assessment. This horse has a lot of potential. You could have Dr. Hanlon get you a series of Adequan, get him shod correctly, and I would enter the barrel race. There's no hesitation with this horse. But the reason that she sold her 2 barrel horses is she's a traveling nurse. She had been in New Orleans. Then she had gone to Alexandria, which is where I'm from. And anyway, she took a job recently in California. And her and a couple of other people just aren't going to be able to take their horses. And long story short, that's why they're here. So, oh yeah. I mean, he's bomb-proof kid. Like, this is a kid-safe, youth-suitable barrel horse.
A youth could beat him.
Yeah.
He'll put his head down toward the bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, I would haul this horse to the barrel race and not be ashamed to own him. Nobody would ever even think like, oh God, Tara brought one from the kill pen. I mean, he works nice enough. They would just assume he was one of mine. So.
I run him through Dr. Hanlon and Tyler, and then I would fit him for 3 weeks. And
go. Yep. Super, super nice horse, you guys. I think somebody could maybe even take him and rodeo on him eventually. I mean, this horse has a really good style. I like a horse that's extremely rear-endy. You know, when they really... He's just like, you need this? Yeah, he's a really good boy, you guys. He does not have papers. She said he was registered and that she just never got the papers because he was a gelding. He's supposed to be an off-the-track quarter horse. The other horse that she sold us that's also a finished barrel horse does have papers. All right, you guys, on to the next one.